channel because I love YouTube, I love physical media, I love collecting. But after a while of streaming, making a lot of videos, I decided I wanted to get to know some of the people that got me into it, some of the people that I watched when I decided to become a collector and a YouTuber. This is my third guest, Phil from Phil's Creepy Vids. What is up?
What's up, everybody?
Now we got David and we got Dark Prism in there.
Dark Prism's cool.
Hell yeah! Oh yeah, Prism's always joining my streams. Prism's very cool. David says, "How goes it, gents? Pretty good." And Prism says, "Hello, David's Horror."
What's up, David?
Thank you so much for joining me, Phil. I really appreciate it, man. You were like,
hey, man, thanks for the invite.
Hell yeah. You're always going to get an invite from me, man. You're like one of those. You're one of the main people that I watched before I started the channel.
Well, thank you so much.
Remember, I talked to you on your stream, your weekly stream. At that time, it was weekly. For what, a month or two before I even started my channel.
Posted a video, yeah.
Yeah, well, I was meaning to do it a month or so before that, but you know, it took me a minute.
What's up, Dark Prism?
Hello. Thanks for coming back, Prism. Appreciate it. This is the third time Prism joined me today. I did a sound check earlier.
That's dedication.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I showed up here. I might as well show it off to everybody else, too.
What's up, Ken? Mid-level media in the house.
Hey, Ken. Thanks for joining us. I showed it to Phil a minute ago. I finally got my hands on this. This thing runs over $100. I finally got it. I definitely didn't pay $100 for it. It's the Eureka limited edition of Cujo.
Gonna try and share this out on my tube.
Cool. Appreciate it. Jason Hendricks in here. He says, hey, Phil and GoreAphobe. Happy Easter, guys. Only able to watch for about a half an hour or so. Got to go to sleep and be at work at 6 a.m. I feel you there. Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely love that artwork. It is badass. And if I have just the artwork will sell something, especially in today's physical media. So have you seen any of these newer these newer movies like X?
I just watched X 2 days ago.
How was it?
I liked it.
Everybody's saying
it was kind of weird, but I liked it.
Everybody's liking it.
You'll like it. You'll like it.
Cool. 4KD's here. This is
what's up, 4KD Ray?
2 gore streams in one day. Yep.
What's up, Jason? I have that Cujo edition. Love that artwork.
So you read my stream too.
I'm pretty sure that my Cujo is the Arrow.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it comes with a little book too.
That's the one.
What about Scream? Did you say something about Scream?
No. I said you're so used to reading streams. You read mine too.
Oh.
All right. I keep it up until I keep you for only about an hour or so. I think you probably work a 12-hour day tomorrow.
I'm off tomorrow, but it was a long Easter Sunday for me, so like I can go to 9. What is it? 7:40, 8:40, like 9:30 maybe.
Okay. I'm going up for about an hour and a half worth of bullshitting.
Yeah.
That's cool. And a bunch of different little. I try to change up the questions for everybody. Yeah, Tony had just seen Afflicted for the first time earlier.
I like Afflicted. I have that on DVD.
Yeah, I'm pretty picky when it comes to
Found footage.
Footage, but yeah, that is one of the better ones I've seen in a long time. It's been out for years. All right. And these are questions I'm pretty sure that I've never asked you. I mean, you've talked quite a bit, so I don't know if I repeat any. Do you know about how?
And if I don't want to answer a question, I'll just say pass.
Yeah, it won't be anything personal or anything. Do you know how many you have at this point as far as your physical media goes?
Couple thousand Blu-ray probably, and probably still over 1,000 DVD.
Yeah, I still got a lot of DVDs too.
But yeah, definitely 2.5K of Blu-ray. If you add in all the special editions and box sets and everything like that.
Yeah.
Easter Bunny Massacre.
The score is about equal to Evil Dead 2. Good found footage, yes, it is. Easter Bunny Massacre. Is that the one that's got the special needs kid in it?
I don't know if I've ever seen Easter Bunny Massacre.
I think it's got it's got a younger black kid, maybe about 12, and he's special needs, and he makes friends somehow. It's been years, but he makes friends with the Easter Bunny somehow, and the Easter Bunny's real demented, and they eat up his babysitter and all kinds of shit. It's actually not too terrible. It's kind of like in the same vein as like Satan's Little Helper.
But yeah, Dark Prism's right. The gore amount in X is up there for sure. There's definitely a few death scenes where you're just like, holy, and then when you think they're finally going to cut it, it zooms in, and you're like, holy. No special needs person, GoreAphobe. So two different movies.
Yeah, I got the wrong one. Oh well. Now I know your favorite slasher is Jason.
My favorite franchise is Friday the 13th, and my favorite villain is Jason. Correct.
Okay, so take well, I consider there to be a big four. To me, that's Leatherface, Jason, Freddy, Michael. Take the remaining three with Jason left out, and who do you go with?
Leatherface.
I knew that's what you was gonna say. All right.
And I mean, I love Michael Myers. Don't get me wrong, but
from '78.
Yeah, I like the Halloween franchise in general. I mean, there's some hits and misses, but for the most part, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm just really anal when it comes to Michael Myers, man. It's '78, and I think Halloween 2 has got a lot of the same feel to begin with, anyway. Until they go into the brother sister thing. Halloween 4 would be really good if they just didn't have that damn mask. He looks way too happy in that mask.
Yeah.
When you started collecting, did you start with VHS? Did you start with DVD?
I started with VHS.
That's pretty much what I figured. You see,
because there was really when I started collecting VHS, there was no real figures of horror characters invented yet.
Yeah, me either. Yeah,
it was very scarce.
And when I first started getting tapes, I recorded everything. I had hundreds of tapes to record off HBO and things like that.
Phil, would you rather see a Friday reboot or Fantastic Four reboot? I would rather see a Friday the 13th reboot. Is that what you're talking about? Or Friday, like Friday after next?
I'm sure he's talking about Friday the 13th.
That's what I would hope. But yeah, Friday the 13th reboot. I mean, they tried to reboot it with the remake, but they didn't really do anything yet to follow that.
Right.
So who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows if they'll try and follow that or... But yeah, Fantastic Four.
I want to ask
Let
you
sleeping horses lie, or whatever that saying is. Let sleeping dogs lie.
I want to ask you a harder question, or it may not be harder, but it was kind of harder for Ken. If like because the other night when I did the interview with him, the tornadoes and shit were all around. If there's a tornado come through and wipe out your complex, you know, your apartment complex that you live in, and you could save one thing besides family, say your family's safe, what is that one piece of your collection you would say?
The Gentle Giant Jason on the bed. It's always my favorite. I can show it. It's right here.
You still consider that your Grail item?
Yeah, man. There's only 350 of these. It's cool as hell that I have one.
Yeah. Did you get the pre-order right away on it?
Yeah, I pre-ordered it from Entertainment Earth, and I paid $129.99. Which I believe was the retail.
David says, come on, Ken. You know Fantastic Four would be more popular than Friday. And David says, Ken and the Easter Bunny is bigger than Jesus.
Yeah.
So, now that I got you both here, what was that battle like that I didn't get to partake in? I have not got the battle yet.
It was fun. It was okay. I mean,
I was so pissed.
It is what it is. I'm glad I won, but David came in close second. I think he was like 1 point behind me.
I would have made a lot of different choices, babe.
Of course, everybody's different. There's the Easter Bunny right on the cover. I don't know what he's talking about. Ken got into it with the battler the other night. Ooh.
Did you win?
Fight.
Yeah, I've always wanted to see if I liked it, and I had that one chance, and it got fucked up.
You'll have more chances.
I even offered to do. I'm so confident in my collection. I even offered to do a regular battle to begin with because he didn't want to do a horror one anytime. You know, again soon. I said, well, shit, I'll do a regular one. I don't care.
Well, I can only do horror, but I'll take you on any day of the week.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm waiting to be able to do that. Yeah, I was rooting for you because right after that happened, I said that I would take the winner, and since I was wanting to take you on anyway, I was hoping you'd win. So nothing personal, David.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, because David would kick your ass.
I don't know. I'll put my collection up against anybody.
No, you have an awesome collection, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you and me have been on live video call with each other before and showed shit off. You have awesome stuff.
Oh yeah. Appreciate that. Jason says, I hope to see a battle between the both of you. Whoa, wait a minute. The both of you guys soon. It would be awesome. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was trying. Ken says the question was pick a franchise that would most benefit from a reboot. I picked Friday the 13th and they picked Fantastic Four. We got into it from there. Laugh out loud.
Well, I think Ken made the right decision.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
David's collection is unorganized.
Fulci or Argento?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
Yeah,
I love them both so much, but
two completely.
I'd have to go as a director. I'll give it to Argento, but I probably watch more Fulci, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah. Cronenberg or Hooper?
Ooh, I'm gonna go Hooper. Although I'm Canadian and all of David Cronenberg's flicks are filmed 2 hours from where I live, and I've seen a lot of the locations that he's filmed in because, like, I've been to Toronto many times, and
yeah,
so it's pretty cool, like seeing stuff that you've seen in movies.
Well, it's weird with him because his 70s and his early 80s stuff are completely different than the shit that he's done since then. Like, you know what I mean? like after
He needs to go
Videodrome,
back to stuff like Videodrome and
I still haven't seen his
go back to his roots. Quit doing stuff like he did that one Existence about the video games with Jennifer Jason Leigh. And I mean, it was okay, but not the greatest.
Yeah, I loved all this shit up until like I'm not a big Videodrome fan, but I love all this shit all the way up until like Scanners and maybe like right after that. But yeah, I mean, not that there was anything wrong with the History of Violence. That was a good show for what it was.
Yeah, I like History of Violence.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, it's just not the Cronenberg that I love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I love Shivers. I love Rabid.
Rabid's fantastic. Have you seen the Rabid remake?
Yes.
Did you like
disturbing.
it? Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I liked it.
They did a good job on that one.
That was disturbing, man. That mouth, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. That mouth is like a physical version of the story that Samuel Jackson tells in The Hateful Eight, you know, about what he did to his son. I don't know if you've ever seen Hateful Eight, but
you gotta admit, when she takes the bandages off, that surgery works freaking good.
that would be badass, yeah.
Al Lucard is here.
Al, what was happening, Al? Good evening, Al. How are you doing? Oh yeah, and you can't forget about The Fly.
Oh yeah, The Fly's amazing.
Yes. Carpenter or Craven?
Carpenter.
The Exorcist book or movie?
Movie.
You are a Shining fan, right? And
I
you
am.
do like Stephen King?
Yep. I have The Shining on 4K and it looks fantastic. If you guys want a great 4K presentation, The Shining.
Yes. I got the Film Arena version, limited to 150 copies.
That's amazing. My slipcover's the same as that, but it's just the standard.
Yeah,
Very
this
cool.
thing I got lucky in getting a couple Christmases ago. It just come out. Film Arena's got some badass shit, man. But if you don't pre-order it, it's hard to get.
Yeah.
What is your favorite actor ever?
Horror, was there a Shining question that you had?
Oh yeah. Because I know you like Stephen King. I know you like The Shining. The Shining book or movie? It's a completely different thing.
I'm probably gonna pick the movie just because it's a perfect movie.
Everyone has picked that. Tony picked that. Ken picked that. I picked that. All right. We're all big slasher fans. Give me a slasher movie you don't like.
A slasher movie that I don't like.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Like a real slasher, one from like the early 80s, one everybody considers it a slasher. You know, not one of those ones that some consider a slasher and some don't. But I mean, an actual slasher that you really didn't get into much.
See, it's hard to say because I'm a horror fan, so I like all horror. A slasher film that I don't like,
or just don't like as much as you thought you would, or you know, you seen it, it's okay, but you probably wouldn't want to watch it again.
I'm gonna say Don't Go Into the Woods
Alone. Yeah,
Don't Go Into the Woods Alone. I mean, I still like it, but if I had to pick one I don't like, I'd probably say that's pretty at the bottom of the heap of slashers.
It definitely is.
If that makes sense. But I own it on Blu-ray with slipcover and I love it.
Oh, the Vincent.
It is Vincent.
Yeah. Yeah, I missed that one. So far, I've missed Madman on 4K too. I just don't have the money that I had before to keep up on it.
I did pick up Madman on 4K, and it's a glorious thing.
I'm falling behind. But I'm going to make a comeback on it. All right. What made you start a YouTube channel? Was there somebody that you was watching or something, or people you were watching and inspired you to do that? Or I mean,
if you go back to my YouTube and check the start date, I think it's like 2009. I was kind of hanging with this friend at the time, and she said, let's make a YouTube video. So I started my YouTube channel, and we made a couple stupid videos, and they never went anywhere. And it wasn't really, it was like, I think it was one where we were acting out with a Freddy figure and a Jason figure commercial for selling the pink flamingo insulation. And I mean, then after my collection really got going with like physical media and stuff like that, I came back to it 4 years ago, deleted those two silly videos, and yeah, I think my first video is the finger creature from Bride of Reanimator. I was before I went back to it, though, I was watching a lot of YouTube and watching a lot of other horror YouTube channels showing off shit. And I mean, I always say Boogeyman Ben was one of my inspirations, and this other guy, CGI with a whole bunch of numbers after his name, and he doesn't even have a channel anymore, but he used to show off like General Giant, Jason on the Bed, and stuff like that. And I'd always look at his videos and say, well, I have that. I could do a video showing mine off. And so, yeah, I just 4 years ago, I said, okay, I'm going to do it. So I did it, and here I am, being interviewed by one of the best.
Thank you. I fuck up a lot, and I'm actually, it's actually a miracle that I'm on here doing this, because I do suffer. You know, I don't know how many people know, but I do suffer from really bad agoraphobia, and that's where I got my name from. I don't know how many people know that, but and I don't know how many people know what agoraphobia is, but there is at one point.
It's the fear of leaving the house, I believe.
Yeah, there was a point where for over two straight years I didn't leave. So it became a thing where, I mean, I've been getting better in the last few years. I'm medicated and all that stuff, so I'm not too crazy.
Have you seen the movie with Sigourney Weaver called Copycat?
Yes, with Holly Hunter and yeah.
Yeah, she has agoraphobia in that.
So this became a thing where it was like a way of being able to reach out, a way of being able to communicate with people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a way of leaving your house without leaving your house.
And I'm actually able to leave somewhat here and there now. But yeah, it's actually amazing that I can get on here and do this at all.
I'm getting hot as fuck in here, so I'm disrobing.
I'm drinking that hot ass coffee too, though.
Yeah, it's empty.
That'll do it. David says,
one sec.
Fincher or Newt. See.
All right, I'm back.
His horse is the better David, Cronenberg, Fincher, or Newton? Newton?
Where are we here?
I had to go back up because we're starting to get them. But David's horse is the better David, Cronenberg, Fincher, or Newton? Who's Newton?
Cronenberg.
Definitely. I mean, I'm not sure who Newton is, but
Newton's David's horror.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's David's horror's last name. Sorry, you come in. Okay, so David's horror comes in second next to Cronenberg, and then I'll put David Fincher as last. How's that?
All right.
So now everybody's happy except possibly David Fincher.
Right. You know. Prison says, question for everyone. Best remake could be either horror or anything. There's a couple of good remakes.
I'd have to give it to The Fly because it's the perfect movie.
Yes. You know what? When it comes to The Fly, I always forget that that's a remake because it's such its own thing that I don't even consider it in the remake.
I put The Thing at a close second.
Oh. I forget that's a remake too, even though I know it is.
From Another World.
Exactly, yeah. Existing remake or one. Okay, everybody's talking to everybody. That's always cool. Lots of great remakes. Fly, Hills Have Eyes, Chainsaw Massacre.
I love the Hills Have Eyes remake. That's fantastic.
The Evil Dead one's actually pretty good too.
Evil Dead's a great remake.
See, watching Phil's video is what got me collecting MDS figures. My first was Jason.
I love
Oh,
MDS
thanks,
figures.
Al. Thanks, Al. I appreciate that.
You're doing great too, Al.
Yes, you are doing great. Do you know his name? I didn't even think about this. His name is Dracula.
Dracula.
So he's being sneaky on it. All right. I know, Jason, and Friday is your favorite, but I'm going to ask anyway. Friday 2, The Burning, or Madden?
Sorry, what's this question? Friday the 13th, part 2.
The Burning,
or Madman, which is my favorite.
Yeah.
I'd have to go Friday 2.
Me too. That also has my favorite Final Girl, which everybody knows. What is
And
your
then
favorite?
then I'd probably go The Burning and then Madman. Except I love all three, so it's not for lack of not loving them, but I mean, if I have to place them in order, it's Friday 2, The Burning, and Madman.
Who's your favorite Final Girl? That's something that I don't know. Some of these I already know, but I'm just
favorite Final Girl.
Mine, of course, everybody knows is Amy Steele.
Amy Steele. My favorite Final Girl. My favorite Final Girl.
That's a tough one, isn't it? Because I also love the chick from Just Before Dawn.
I'm going to go Sigourney Weaver from Alien. I like her in that white tank top at the end, in her little skivvies.
Yeah, those old 70s underwear that come halfway down the hip.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd take that in a second.
Silent Blood. I don't know Silent Blood. Do you know Silent Blood?
No, welcome Silent Blood. Welcome to the stream.
Thank you much. I think the best remakes were The Thing and The Blob. The Blob is not a bad remake either, yeah.
I like the Blob remake. That's pretty solid, yeah. I
Kevin
love
Dillon.
the original Blob, and I love Son of Blob.
Yeah, that's so cool. The original Blob, it's Steve McQueen before he was the Steve McQueen everybody got to know.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see here. Do you remember who your first follower was? Or, I mean, I could say it since my subscriber.
No idea. I remember for the longest time, like after my friend and I made those two silly videos in 2009, for the longest time, every once in a while, I'd go on check my YouTube page, and I had 14 subscribers for the longest time with just those two silly videos up there. So I'm like, woohoo, 14 subscribers.
Man, that's something that I learned the hard way is you've got to get consistent. You got to stay consistent to go anywhere. I've just now started to grow.
I mean, the big boost in my channel came during the first lockdown in 2020 because I was off work, stuck at home. So I was pumping out like a video a day, and doing that really shot my subscriber count up. Because, I mean, if you put out a video a day, you get out to a lot more people than if you put out a video a week.
I was watching. What is your least favorite genre?
I have two least favorite genres.
Mine's
and they're musicals and westerns.
Westerns, huh? Mine is comedy because it's so hard to come up with a good comedy. I think that would be the hardest movie on the planet to make, would be a good comedy. There's so few of them.
But you don't like watching them?
It depends on if it's a good one. I am super picky when it comes to a comedy. Okay. But ones I like, I love. So
MDS figures are Mezco Designer Series figures. They're like that.
You got the coolest little figures like that.
Mezco designer series, so they're pretty cool, stylized little figures. Here's the Jason.
All right, you showed me that you'd say about Jason. What physical media would you save if you could only save one?
What physical media?
Yeah, like Blu-ray, 4K, or whatever, limited edition. You know,
like if to get rid of all of mine,
or like say a big storm, whatever's going through, and you could grab you grab two things. One of them's the Jason. What would be your movie that you would save?
Like 4K, probably.
Or
if I could have it in 4K.
Yeah, just whichever one that you own.
Of Friday the 13th.
Or just whichever one out of the 2,000 or 3,000 that you own, which one would you make sure to grab?
Oh, what Blu-ray would I grab if the house was on fire?
One movie that you own. You only have time to grab one.
Can I grab a box set?
Sure.
The Psycho Deluxe box set.
Oh, the Legacy?
Yeah.
I want that motherfucker too.
This is fucking mammoth.
Yeah, I know. I want that too. Yes.
It's a freaking mamma jamma.
If only I wasn't so poor these days, damn it. My whole life completely changed, and all at the same time. Then it's like when your life changes and you get poor all at the same time.
Yeah, luckily I've never really had that happen, but I'm sure one day it'll come to it.
Silent Blood's favorite is Jamie Lee Curtis and Adrian King. Prism
Yes,
says, well,
Paint Your Wagon is my least favorite movie because it's a musical and a Western. I've never heard of Paint Your Wagon, but that is my worst favorite movie.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, good call by Al. Nice call. All right.
Thank you, Silent Blood.
All right. Let's see here.
I hope I'm doing okay with this interview. I mean,
hey, I'm doing okay with it, man. The way I wanted it to be was just, you know what I mean, like hoping to just bullshit a lot and throw in a question here and there. You know what I mean?
I like it. It's pretty chill.
Yeah. Let me see. There's something that I wanted to. Or you already say that. I'm looking back through my shit here. Oh, I was wanting to know that store that you talk about. Do you get a lot of your stuff from?
Yes.
What all do you have there? Is there like a comic shop or something?
Heroes Comics in my city. Yeah, it's a big, huge comic book toy store. But I mean, it's like a bowling alley. It goes back for miles, and there's a stairway up to a second level where it's chock full of everything up there. So they've got quantity. They've got big statues worth, $4,000.
Do you have any movies or anything?
No movies.
I was talking to Tony earlier.
Just comics and probably 10,000 Funko Pops and NECA Ultimates.
Like we are.
What's
They're
that?
like we were over in Britain. They got that place called HMV.
It's kind of like an HMV, only bigger with more comics.
Yeah, but this place has got. I mean, I've watched a few of his videos, and they got tons of movies. They have boutique sections.
Yeah,
and everything.
this has no movies, no VHS, no anything like that. They have like comic books and comic book protectors and sports cards and like I said, 10,000 Funko Pops and all your NECAs and all your Mezcos and all your sideshow collectibles and statues and figures and busts. So, and they know I collect horror. So a lot of times when they get new horror items in, they'll either give me a call and say, this came in, do you want me to set you aside one? Or they'll just set me aside one behind the counter. And then the next time I go in, they'll be like, oh, Phil, we set something aside for you. Do you need this? So cool. They treat me pretty good in there.
Well, I just didn't know if over in Canada, if they still had a place, a big place like an HMV where it's full of movies or not. Because I know here in America,
no, this is just its own thing in our city. I think there might be one other one, but not as good as ours.
Yeah. we don't have any place that we can buy movies. It's pretty much you either do it online or you don't get them anymore. There isn't any of those.
Yeah, there is a movie store in the mall called Sunrise, and that's where I pick up a lot of my movies from Sunrise as well. But I mean, I do a lot of Amazon, and then your your Vincent and your Severin and your Orbit DVD, Diabolic DVD, places like that online.
Here we have
good question.
Yeah, here we have to order, or we just wouldn't get them. I mean, there's no place anymore here in America to buy movies. You have to do it online pretty much. And I was just telling Tony that I was jealous he had that HMV, because if you watch any of his videos, when he goes to HMV, they got tons, and it's just badass things that are out of print that are almost damn impossible to get hold of. Here, they're just sitting around. They're just sitting on a shelf in the HMV over there in Britain.
I gotta show Jason Hendrick this. He's asking about, or he's saying he'd grab his Fright Night Blu-ray, and then the collectible is his Fright Night Distinctive Dummies, Jerry Dandridge. So I just want to show him this really quick. He might not have seen it, but I have the Peter Vincent vampire killer figure, and it's signed by Tom Holland right there. Tom Holland.
Cool.
So that is Peter Vincent Vampire Slayer. Comes with a little crucifix stake there. You're so cool, Brewster.
Very awesome. Roddy McDowell. Hell yeah.
So that's for Jason Hendrick.
Do you like Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer?
Yeah, I ordered the 4K of that.
And you like
it actually just, my 4K of that just shipped from Diabolic 2 days ago.
I haven't got that order yet, but I really want to. It's probably already
need to order that. Orbit DVD has some in right now.
Okay. That's one I don't want to miss, because I know that fucker's going to go out of print quick.
It's totally going to go out of print.
Yeah. They barely had a Blu-ray of it up till now. Maniac 1980 or Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer?
Ooh, Maniac or Henry? I'd have to go Maniac.
Me too. Me too. Even though Henry is badass.
Even though I love Henry.
Michael Rooker's.
And I also have Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer Part 2 on DVD. And I guess those are pretty rare now.
I haven't seen that one.
It's along the same lines. It's a different actor playing Henry, and in this one he's killing people by setting fires. He's like I think he's like posing as an insecticide guy, or I'll spray your house guy, and then he sets their house on fire. It's like not the greatest sequel, but I do have it in my collection because I'm a completist. I want all the shit.
Kind of like American Psycho 2.
Kind of along the same lines as that, yeah.
Prism says, "Man everywhere is better for collecting than America." Yes,
but I do have a soft spot for American Psycho 2. Because of Kunis, I love Mila Kunis, and William Shatner hamming it up. You gotta love William Shatner.
Oh yeah. My favorite was Leonard Nimoy. I'm still, I don't know if you remember it, but me and you are the same age, so I'm sure you remember In Search Of. I
remember In Search Of, with Leonard Nimoy. I also really like Leonard Nimoy in Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yep, 78, yep.
He's good in that.
Oh, that's another damn good remake. There's like...
That is a good remake.
Here and there you get a remake. You can actually say, if you had to pick, is better than the original. There's only a few.
Oh, for sure.
Opinion, that's one of them. The original is great,
or not even as better, but that you'd watch more often.
Right.
Like I'd probably say that I watched the Donald Sutherland Invasion more than the black and white one, for sure.
Oh yeah. Have you ever noticed that Jeff Goldblum, I've seen a few interviews of him. Have you ever noticed that Jeff Goldblum is pretty much Jeff Goldblum all the time, whether he's doing a part or not?
I have noticed that.
He's just Jeff Goldblum. And he can turn any character he plays into Jeff Goldblum. It's the damnedest thing I've ever seen. David says Germany has some of the best collectibles and special edition movie releases. Yes, they do. They do. They have the best media books.
And I got a lot of them. A lot of big statues.
I wish I could get more media books. I'm going to, damn it. You guys collect one sheets. Yes, I have Humongous one sheet, and I have Terror Train one sheet, and I have Silent Scream one sheet.
I don't really collect one sheets, but I got a mess of posters all rolled up in one of those rolls. And I got probably 4 of them chocked full of posters that I'll probably never hang.
Yeah, I decided to start collecting one sheets just as my money went down the toilet. Yeah, I seen that, Phil. I have Peter Vincent Distinctive Dummies figure 2, along with Jerry, Amy, Charlie, and Diva Lad.
He's got the whole freaking movie. He could act out scenes.
Like Quentin Tarantino used to. That's how he made his first movies. He'd get his G.I. Joes, and he would make like Halloween 2
Yeah.
and 3 and 4. Silent Blood says Maniac 100%. I agree. And love the remake of The Fly.
Love it. Did you ever pick the Fly box set? The Fly box setup with all 4 Fly films?
Scream Factory?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good set.
I have all those sets except for the damn Halloween one. It's like $700.
The 18 disc? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I got 200 Scream Factories, and they all have, all the ones that's supposed to have slips, but I don't have that. And I never will, because there ain't no way. Yep. No way. So let me see. I was gonna say, did I ask you who was your first follower?
Yes.
Do you remember who you followed first? Was it one of the names that you told me before?
Probably that CGL00 whatever, and then followed shortly after by Boogeyman Ben.
Yeah, it's too bad they're not around anymore.
Boogeyman Ben still is around. He puts out great content. Everyone should go connect to Boogeyman Ben.
Boogeyman Ben, cool. Awesome. Does anybody in the chat have any questions for Phil? Take over the reins for a minute. Come on, you guys.
I'm ready to get my brain picked.
Brain pick. Hell yeah. Yeah, but I was curious if you might have one of those stores like that HMV that somebody talks about, because they're badass.
Well, like I said, I have Sunrise Records and Tapes, it's called, and they have all the Blu-rays and 4Ks, and luckily they actually have a horror shelf, so all their horror 4Ks and Blu-rays are all in one section, so I usually go there and just scan through the horror stuff.
Excuse me while I been here long enough. Somebody's trying to message me. They can wait.
Yeah, I might jump out for a couple quick minutes and just you can have a quick get people to put questions in the chat.
Cool.
I'll show off my wall real quick if you guys want to see the collection. I know everybody's seen it, but
oh yeah. Yeah, you're like me. You love to show off your shit, man. I'll probably show off mine too here in a little bit. Hell yeah.
It's just never ending.
I thought you left all your guys in the package, Phil.
I keep the package for everything, but some things I can't help but open.
Now you're not a Universal Monsters fan, are you? Not a big one, then.
I mean, I can take them or leave them. They wouldn't be my go-to. Oh, I gotta watch, Frankenstein today in black and white.
Right.
When I can watch the new X movie or whatever.
Yeah, I knew you wasn't real big on Universal. I know that Phil doesn't watch much more than horror. That is very true. But if you had to pick, what would be your favorite non-horror movie? That's kind of what I was getting at, because my second part of my question, when I said your least favorite genre, I was going to say, out of that least favorite genre, can you think of one movie in that genre that you do like say Pale Rider,
For westerns, I do like Unforgiven, and I do like what's that other one with Val Kilmer?
Tombstone.
I very much like Tombstone. So Tombstone and Unforgiven. The one with Emilio Estevez and Lou Diamond Phillips. What are those called? Young Guns.
Young Guns 1 and 2. Yeah.
I've watched Young Guns 1 and 2 and found them enjoyable. So those are westerns. Musicals, if I had to pick a musical, none really. They're not my thing.
If I had to pick one, I mean, I like some of it here and there. I mean, I'm real picky. You're talking about picky, but if I had to pick one, it would be Rocky Horror, probably.
Yeah. But as for Dark Prism's question, I like Die Hard. You know, I like the Rocky franchise. I love the Rambo franchise. I love comedies. I love Adam Sandler movies. You know, like, there's a lot of different things that I'll watch that aren't horror. But if I had to pick my second favorite genre, it'll probably be sci-fi. I watch, you know, quite a few science fiction. I love, you know, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I like, you know, anything Aliens or Area 51 or Phoenix Lights. I love those documentaries on the Phoenix Lights. David's Horror right now is trying to get me a Blu-ray on the fuck is it called? Montauk Chronicles. Montauk is this place where they did a whole bunch of experiments where they kidnapped children and put them in this big satellite dish tower thing, talking to aliens, and it's I think it's near Pennsylvania somewhere. Montauk.
Okay.
Montauk, something like that.
Oh no.
But yeah, I love going on YouTube. I watch a lot of Slapped Ham on YouTube with he puts out like mysterious figures caught on tape, and it'll be like little 20-minute videos of like clips people have sent in of, I caught this ghost or this paranormal activity, or watch this chair move, or look at this alien Bigfoot that I captured, and
that's
stuff that people
name,
there's Slapped Ham, and then there's another channel called This Is Impossible. He puts out pretty much the same thing that Slapped Ham does. So I'm forever on YouTube, you know, typing in like unexplained phenomena or UFO footage 2022, or, you know, see all the new UFOs and what they're about.
On YouTube.
I do if I'm on the tube and I'm flicking around the channels and Forensic Files is on, I'll watch Forensic Files. I'll watch Cold Case Files. I like that a lot.
I like the original Cold Case Files and Bill Curtis. Yeah. Bill Curtis is badass.
Yeah, the old school A&E ones, that'll be what I watch. And also like true crime documentaries. Like I've watched all the John Wayne Gacy and, you know, Manson family, Jeffrey Dahmer, all that stuff I love. Yeah, but yeah, probably like I'm probably on YouTube most of the time watching like Slapped Ham, like I want to see the ghost move the doll and you know, crazy stuff like that. Okay, I'll be back in 2 minutes.
All right. I write down a couple of these things so I remember it. Okay, guys, you stay here with me for a minute while I write down a couple of these questions. Try help me think of some questions for Phil. And I promise I'll do my best to get back to. We don't catch Phil in this position too often. Hey, what's up, Untitled Slasher? I heard from you in a long time. Thanks for coming, man. Thanks for coming. You're talking to Phil from Phil's Creepy Vids. He's off to do his usual break that he takes during his streams. He figures, fuck it, to take it during mine too. You know. Somewhere in the series there's. Yeah, favorite TV series. I'll write that down here so I don't got to scroll back. Does anybody know what he goes to do? We won't talk about that. He sneaks off to do Phil thing. We left an impact. I can about guess what those would be. But yes, I'll write that down. Yeah, this is kind of the interview type show that I want to do. I want to be able to just talk and bullshit. I don't like Barbara Walters and stuff like that, where it's just where you're just asking questions. I like to get, you know what I mean. If anyone missed the interview I did with Ken the other night, that was a really good one. The one with Tony from Horror and Taj earlier would have been better if I wouldn't hear this echo constantly. But this is kind of the way I want to do it. You know what I mean? I want it to be like more like a conversation. How long have we been going? 51 minutes? Try keeping another half hour. Did everybody have a good Easter today? Good Easter. Happy Easter to you too, Slasher. The Barbara Walters, yeah. Yeah, you know. Is Barbara Walters even still alive? Does anybody know? Because I don't think she does a show. She'd be 100 years old, wouldn't she? At least. Yeah, if anybody's seen this before, but this is the Film Arena limited edition of The Shining 4K. It's got the steelbook in it. It's limited to 150 copies worldwide. It is badass. I love it. It's one of my very favorites. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. This is kind of what I want to do. Yeah, I've done 3 so far. I intend on doing 5 and just kind of see how they go. And if those, if those go good, which they have so far, I'll keep doing them. Al, there you go. You can always count on Al. She is 92. So she is still okay. So she is still alive. All righty. Chat, tell me, this is always a big debate. The Shining book or the Shining movie? Thank you very much. Yeah, I absolutely adore that Shining box set. And there's only 150 in the whole world. That's always a cool thing for a collector to brag about.
I never like to brag about my collection.
Says the guy that shows it off as often as possible.
I show it off because I know there's people like me who like to see it, and if I can fulfill their likes to see my shit, then I'll show it off.
Yeah,
but I would never say I have this and you don't. That to me is more like bragging.
No,
none of this YouTube is a competition. If you're in YouTube to compete with other people, you're on YouTube for the wrong reason.
To me, brag about it is just talking about it. You know why I'm in it. Because I'm addicted and I love the shit.
I'm addicted. I'm OCD. I need to have every copy.
But you wouldn't call that bragging? Go, man, check this out. Isn't this badass? You know what I mean? You wouldn't call that bragging?
No. I would call that showing something off that you think is badass. Bragging would be like, yeah, I got this and you guys don't. That's
No,
bragging.
I would hope that we all grew out of that a long time ago. Like in grade school?
Let's look up the definition of bragging. Excessively proud and boastful talk about one's achievements or possessions. Yeah, I don't really boast about my stuff. I just show it off. Yeah. Exhibiting or characterized by excessive boastfulness. I don't call anything I do on here boastfulness.
Do you think I boast?
I don't think so.
Someone said favorite TV series. Do you have any TV series that you watch?
Are we talking old school or?
They just said in general favorite TV series.
So as a kid, I watched all the Incredible Hulks with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. I have the entire series in a big box set that's, I guess, hard to get now. I used to like $6 Million Man a lot. New series, more recent. I loved the drug one. What was that? Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad was fantastic. Sons of Anarchy was fantastic.
Did you ever watch Game of Thrones or anything like that?
I didn't watch any of Game of Thrones, and I probably won't. It's not my thing.
Did you ever watch any True Blood or anything like that?
No True Blood. No, nothing like that.
Someone else said,
I watch a lot of Big Bang Theory. I like Big Bang Theory. If it's ever on, I'll probably watch it.
First few seasons were, yeah.
I used to always watch Night Court. I used to love Night Court with Richard Mall as Bull Shannon.
I used to get into Three's Company, the first few seasons of that.
Three's Company's fantastic. Yeah.
Family Ties was really good.
Watched all the Family Ties. Yeah.
Michael Gross was absolutely hilarious.
Cheers. Watched a lot of Cheers as a kid.
My 15-year-old adores Cheers. Frasier. He loves Frasier. Frasier was pretty good. I preferred Frasier over Cheers, but my son.
Dark Prism. Yes, I would do that. Dark Prism. I would steal I would board an alien mothership and steal cows. Yeah, I want the space beef.
That's an interesting. Damn. When I said let's go with some questions, I definitely wasn't expecting one like that.
I want to eat space beef now. Thanks.
I don't know. It sounds kind of scary. Hannibal.
What's up, Robbie Richards? Haddonfield Slasher in the house.
Yeah, I've been talking to the Hitchhiker from HBO.
I have The Hitchhiker on DVD. Tales from the Dark Side. I have the complete season on DVD. Tales from the Crypt. Have the complete season on DVD or series on DVD.
I got Twilight Zone and Night Gallery also.
Twilight Zone I have on Blu-ray. All 5 seasons of the OG Twilight Zone on Blu-ray. And they're fantastic. I pull them out every once in a while.
Do you remember the HBO series, The Autopsy, the old Autopsy with Michael Baden?
Nope.
It started in like the late 80s and went into the 90s. It's where they have like little it lasted like an hour, and it was this woman with this monotone voice that would narrate it, and they would talk about it. It's kind of like what you see with Dr. G later on, except for it was better, where they would solve crimes forensically or whatever. So it was pretty cool. What is your favorite of the Unholy Trilogy? And everybody knows what I mean by that.
My favorite is The Beyond.
No,
is that part of it.
No, I mean the Unholy Trilogy as far as Romero's.
Like Night, Day, or Dawn? Probably Dawn of the Dead.
It's always a tie with me between Night and Dawn. For the longest time it was Dawn, but I've watched Night a few times here the last year or two.
I'm not a huge fan of Day of the Dead. It's probably my least watched out of the three.
Mine too. Yeah. What is your favorite actor of all time? Your favorite single actor from any genre, from any time?
My favorite actor of all time. My favorite actor of all time. My favorite actor of all time. I'm gonna go with George C. Scott. I love him in. He's so good in The Changeling and Exorcist 3.
Firestarter.
Yeah, Firestarter. George C. Scott. Final answer.
Cool. Good choice. Good choice. Very good choice. Yeah. So The Beyond, your favorite of City of the Living Dead and The Beyond and House by the Cemetery?
Correct.
I think House by the Cemetery.
And The Beyond is my favorite Fulci movie.
So is Dawn of the Dead your favorite zombie movie ever?
Dawn of the Dead my favorite zombie movie?
Mm-hmm.
My favorite zombie movie.
That's a tough one. There's a few really good ones.
My favorite zombie movie is probably Let Sleeping Corpses Lie, aka Living Dead in the Manchester Morgue.
Yes.
That's a great zombie movie, and I'll follow that by a close second to Cemetery Man.
I was not expecting Let Sleeping Corpses Lie. I have a couple different versions of that, and I absolutely love that one.
Yeah, Cemetery Man's a close second. The Della Morte.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's fantastic. You need to see it. Write that down. Cemetery Man. It's got Rupert Everett in it.
Cemetery Man.
AKA Della Morte. Della Morte.
Yeah. Morte.
Yeah. They basically work in a cemetery, and their job is to kill the undead when they rise from their grave.
Cool.
And it's just a wild, wacky out there movie.
You like Burial Ground?
And it's got a lot of good TNA in it too, so if you like TNA. I do like Burial Ground. I have that on Blu-ray. I actually have a little one of your little knickknacks from
Yeah, I got this one. Yeah.
That's from Burial Ground. Yeah, we have the same version of Burial Ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see yours again. Yeah, that's the one I have.
Yeah. I still have the DVD too. You know I am. Movies I like, I have at least 2 copies of. Some have got like 10. I hate to think how many Dawn of the Deads I have now.
David's favorite of the trilogy is City of the Living Dead.
They're all three really good.
That's probably my second favorite.
They're all 3 really good. They're all 3 really different too. I mean,
Anthropophagus is fantastic. Yeah, I love that movie. And I also have that on Blu-ray.
I don't have that one.
There's a prequel to that that's like it's like kind of a prequel. It stars the same guy, and it is what's it called? It's called starts with an A, I think.
I knew there was a sequel, or is that a prequel?
Prequel.
It's gruesome.
Oh, it's called Absurd. Yeah, Absurd. Yeah,
absurd.
I like it too.
Yeah. I
Thank you,
haven't seen
Silent Blood, for fixing my senior moment.
70s or 80s horror.
80s for sure. It's the best
80s.
decade of horror by far.
But your favorite horror movie is from the 70s.
The Exorcist. You are correct. The
I don't
Exorcist is
know.
a perfect movie.
Yes, there, it is the most well-made horror movie of all time.
Yeah, there's one scene that always bugs me in The Exorcist because I believe it to be a perfect movie. But there's an editing error when Ellen Bernstein's character first is talking to the priest and they're walking down the sidewalk. And she flicks a cigarette butt. And then in the next scene, she's smoking the cigarette again. And that scene bugs me every time I watch it. I'm like, there she is. She flicks her cigarette butt and she puts it out with her foot. And then they walk 2 more steps and then she is smoking a cigarette again. I'm like, oh, I hate that.
Favorite Argento film? Mine actually, believe it or not, is Phenomena.
Phenomena. Do 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 do. Phenomena. Do 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 do. Phenomena. I just got the Phenomena. It's actually right here. I can show it off.
Yeah, I did get that new 4K.
Yep, Phenomena new Arrow 4K, aka Creepers.
Let me see. Hang on. I have this one.
Nice. Yeah, I liked them all, and I didn't know which one to order, so I ordered that one.
Right. I make
but my favorite Argento flick has got to be Suspiria.
I got
for producer, Demons.
But I can make a good argument for the 70s though. Dawn of the Dead, The Exorcist, the original Halloween, Phantasm, Chainsaw. I don't know. I'm getting ready to start. I'm thinking about starting a new series where it's like 70s versus 80s, and we'll pick like a topic or pick a certain 3 to 5 movies each week, and then argue it. Which one's better?
My favorite subgenre of horror is 80s slasher, so that always rules out everything else. 80s is by far my favorite because my subgenre is 80s slasher horror movies.
Right. You and Lee, I was just telling Tony earlier about Humongous, and
I love Humongous. I got you that T-shirt.
Yeah, I absolutely love it, and so many people don't know about it, and it just blows my mind because it came out right there in the heyday of all the slashers.
Yeah,
Tony asked me, said, "Is it a slasher?" I said, "What kind of?" Yeah, you told me where to get it, and they didn't have any more damn Hell Night shirts.
They what?
They didn't have any more Hell Night shirts. I was pissed.
Sold out of Hell Night?
Yes. David says, Omen, Body Snatchers, Carrie in the 70s. That's seen more 70s, yeah. Had some huge movies. They did. Like,
80s has more huge horror movies than the 70s. You can list quite a few from the 70s, but the 80s have more. You're welcome.
Do you like do you like the Grindhouse type 70s? That type of thing? I Spit on Your Grave, Last House, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I like all that.
I'm gonna write down. See how many I can write of both, and then I'm gonna pair them off. It's called 70s versus the 80s, and I'm gonna do a couple of shows on it and see what we can come up with.
80s is huge. Like you got Witchboard, you got Warlock, Children of the Corn.
Yeah, Beavers on Nightmare on Elm Street, My Bloody Valentine, Carpenter's The Thing.
So many Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Halloween 3, Exorcist 3. I mean, yeah, you can go on and on, but the more I thought about it, I mean, Black Christmas from the 70s, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, man,
okay, well, you give me your list. You give me your list, and I'll review it for you.
Yeah. Now, as far as
The
Italian
Forest and the
horror,
Mutilator are fantastic silent blood. Nobody talks about The Forest, and it's a creepy movie with those ghost children coming.
yeah, and the mom,
kind of you never know what's going on, whether the ghosts are good or whether they're trying to kill you. Or
true, quality versus quantity.
80s are better than 70s in quality and quantity.
Cinema Study says they like Giallo, so they got to go with the 70s. I guess it depends on what you're into horror wise.
There's lots of giallos that are 80s.
Tenebrae, yeah.
Best found footage movie.
Ooh. I don't know. What would you say is the best found footage movie?
A movie I go to quite a bit. I wouldn't say it's the best, but The Last Broadcast.
That is good. I love all that except for the end.
Yeah, the ending's hit or miss, but I like it a lot. And I like Cloverfield, and I like Blair Witch Project.
Yes. You're one of the few people, along with me, that will still admit that they like the Blair Witch Project.
I do like both. I like Blair Witch 1 and Book of Shadows Blair Witch 2. I like them both.
Part 3 was pretty good too. You know, the one with Heather's brother looking for it.
Yeah,
it's just a little Blair Witch. That was actually pretty good too.
I like that one too.
Chronicle is badass. There is so many. I don't know what happened. I don't know how it's become uncool nowadays.
That one we were talking about at the beginning of the stream is found footage that Tony said he hadn't seen or something, where the guy goes on vacation and becomes a vampire.
Oh, Afflicted? Yeah.
Inflicted. Yeah, that's a good one. I like the VHS franchise. Those are all found footage movies.
Yeah, that's Adam. I can't remember his last name, but he also did because you got Ty West and you got Adam. I can't remember his last name, but they work together. No, just a second. He also did Blair Witch. Somebody will probably pop on here and tell it. Adam Wingard. Adam Wingard and Ty West. They did The Innkeepers and Horrible Way to Die.
I didn't love The Innkeepers.
House of the Devil.
I love House of the Devil. The 80s throwback. Yeah, that's a fantastic movie.
Yes. But yeah, they and that Wingard also did Godzilla versus King Kong. Where are you at with like kaiju movies? Like Godzilla and all them.
I like the new Godzilla. I like Kong versus Godzilla. I like the original King Kong in black and white. But I mean, I don't really watch the dubbed kaiju movies. Not my thing.
Do you guys think Eli Roth's Green Inferno is a remake of Cannibal Holocaust? No, but I do like Green Inferno.
It's loosely based on the Cannibal Holocaust.
Definitely inspired by it, for sure.
See you later, David.
Yep, take it easy. Yeah, thank you very much for dropping in with me, Phil. I really appreciate it, man. You know, I didn't, when I set out to do this, I wasn't expecting anybody to take me up on my offer to do interviews and to talk some bullshit for a while.
And you got Mid-Level Media Ken doing it. You got frickin' Horror and Taj doing it.
I don't know. They must feel sorry for me. I don't know.
You got me doing it.
See, you guys feel sorry for me.
I don't feel sorry for you.
Well, gee, thanks.
I think you're doing just fine on your own.
Megan is missing is disturbing. That
I like
that
Megan
that
is Missing. It needs a good proper release.
someone released it a few months back. I can't remember, but it's a better company. I can't remember who it was, but yeah. But yeah, that's what I could figure is that, or everybody's just saying, man, you need to raise up in status, Gore. So we're gonna help your ass out.
See a Silent Blood.
You know, so it's either you guys feel sorry for me, or you just want to give me that extra boost just to get me to that next level. That's the only thing I can figure.
I just like talking horror with other people who like to talk horror, and if people want to tune in to listen to us talk about it, then that's a bonus.
Oh yeah. Do you like A24 movies? Like The
They're
Lighthouse
okay.
and all those?
Yeah.
Some of them are cool. Some of them can be.
What's the Midsommar? Was it A24?
Yeah, I think so.
I like Midsommar. I think it's a beautiful movie.
Well, for me, it was a little predictable. I preferred Hereditary over Midsommar.
I love Hereditary.
I felt like they did what a lot of movies attempt to do, but are never able to. You know what I mean? Actually create some actual fear. You know what I mean? Movies don't so scare me, but you know what I mean? With so much simplicity.
And it kind of keeps you guessing right up until the end. You don't really know. You don't really know what the heck's going on until that end reveal.
Yeah. You don't need money, and you don't need to go all intricate. Just the simplest little things can make the greatest horror. I wish more filmmakers would realize that. You know what I mean? All the best horror movies come from such a simple idea. I mean, for instance, what's more simple than found footage? You know what I mean? Like Troll Hunter. Troll Hunter was badass too.
Love Troll Hunter. I have that on Blu-ray. And there's been talk of a Troll Hunter 2 coming out, but who knows if we'll get it or not.
Did you ever see Existence about the Bigfoot? That's actually got some pretty damn good effects in it. It's
are you talking about Exists?
Exists, yes.
I like Exists a lot. It's a fantastic Bigfoot movie.
I didn't realize that you like found footage as much as you do.
Yeah, and then there's another Bigfoot movie that I like a lot called Night of the Demon.
That's 70s, right?
Severn just put that out.
I do believe that's the 70s. But I know what you're talking about.
Night of the Demon. 1980.
Okay, so yeah. All right.
An anthropologist and his students attempt to track down a Bigfoot responsible for a rash of violent murders, only to uncover something even more sinister.
Sinister, that's always cool. That's another good one. Sinister with Ethan Hawke. That was a damn good
I like
movie
Sinister 1 and I like Sinister 2.
I didn't care as much for the second one.
My favorite Cronenberg film is Videodrome.
That's why I usually don't talk about Videodrome. I don't personally like it, but most people do.
A close second is The Fly. I'd probably say Videodrome's tied with The Fly.
My two favorites are Shivers and Scanners, and then right after that is Red.
Nice.
Something about Shivers. I don't know what it is.
I'm glad that Vestron put out Shivers. It's a pretty nice release from Vestron on that Shivers.
Yeah, I got here. Let me show this off real quick. Check out this Shivers.
Welcome back, Silent Blood.
Arrow
Shivers. Oh, Steelbook?
Yep.
Nice.
Arrow.
Sweet. It's a good looking Steelbook.
Finally got this a few months back too that I've been trying to get a hold of. Brand new.
The burning Steelbook.
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
We got 17 of those windows. I'm surprised you never got any of those Arrow window slipcovers.
I don't want those Arrow window slipcovers.
Why not? No, I figured you'd have got them back in 2009 when they popped out.
No. I love
Really?
alligator, piranha, and grizzly. I just picked up the new alligator 4K from Screen Factory, and it's amazing. The 4K transfer on alligator is perfect.
I haven't seen alligator.
But yes, I'll show you this real quick. Speaking of grizzly, how's that, grizzly?
Cool. I'm not surprised. You got all those little things.
This is cool, kind of like PVC rubber.
Right. What does the back look like? Not that I want to check out the bear's ass or anything. I'm just kind of curious.
It's pretty good detail, like kind of sculpted fur.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's the exact tag from the movie. Official grizzly from the motion picture.
Did they have that at that store too? The same store?
No, that was actually Severn put that out.
Cool. All right, man. But like I said, thank you very much for joining me. I'm gonna put make sure my 15-year-old gets to bed for school tomorrow. But thank you very much,
man. Hey, thanks so
Can you
much
join
for
me again
inviting
sometime?
me on.
You join me again sometime?
Oh, for sure.
Cool. I would like to bring you in to one of these times for that argument with the 70s versus 80s too. You would make a hell of an argument.
Or bring me in with you and is it your son that goes on with you?
Drake, yeah.
Yeah, bring me in with Drake. Shoot shit with him for a bit.
Would you rather talk like a subgenre? Would you rather do a top 10? Whatever you want to do.
As long as it's horror related, I'll talk about anything you want to talk about.
Awesome.
Can I shout out my little 15 minutes of fame? Make sure to follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok at Philster678 if you haven't already. At Philster678, and of course connect my YouTube channel at Phil's Creepy Videos. And I love you guys.
And everybody connect to me, like, subscribe, hit that notification so you can catch all my new bullshit. Thank you very much for showing up. Thank you very much, everybody. Much love to everybody. Much love to you, Phil. Thank you very much, man. That is Phil. I am GoreAphobe. And you're not.